welcome everybody. It's Matt Connarton Unleashed, and we are live from the studios of WMNH 95.3 FM in glorious downtown Manchester, New Hampshire. Also on Comcast 97 if you're in Manchester. Streaming at WMNHradio.org. And, of course, on the Facebook, on the Matt Connarton Unleashed Facebook page. And, of course, you can go to mattconnerton.com for all your live streaming options and social media links and phone numbers and emails and all of that. And, of course, hello to our friends at Raw Talk Online. It is Thursday, April 29, 2021. Welcome, my friends. Before we go any further, I want to remind you, of course, we are proudly sponsored by the Hop Knot in the Brady Sullivan at 1000 Elm Street, right across the street. They have delicious gourmet pretzels. They have craft beer. They have wine. Today is Thursday, which means tonight is trivia night. Yes, yes. Trivia night at the Hop Knot. Of course, Friday nights, they have live music. Sundays, they have Sunday brunch. It is a wonderful place. Great food, great service, and a wonderful family that owns and operates it. And we're very honored and privileged to have them as a sponsor. And I'll have information too soon on what they're going to be doing for Juneteenth, which is well, it's already almost May, so you know that's coming soon. Yes, we will be joined at 4:30 via Skype by our entertainment reporter, Eazy-G Eric Gagnon, and he's been talking about how he believes, and I believe that he believes this, that this will be his greatest entertainment report ever. We shall see. Now, it is generally a good idea to underpromise and overdeliver, so we'll see. But he said it in the Facebook live chat. In fact, he said, "Do I dare say this week's report is my best one yet?" I don't know, Eric. Do you dare? Well, we'll see. We'll see. We will be the judge of that. So that's coming up at 4:30 p.m. But in the meantime, if you'd like to get in with a call, you can. Or actually, even if you have a call during Eazy-G's entertainment report, because he will be on Skype. So you might be Scott Robinson looking for some Amanda McCarthy tour dates, for example. Give us a call at 603-250-6007, 603-250-6007. You can also text me at 617-917-4476. Tweet me at Matt Connarton or send an email to matt@mattconnerton.com. Look at that. You got a myriad of ways to reach out and get in touch. But the best thing to do, of course, give us a call, 603-250-6007. Let's see. Well, we'll say hello to everybody in the Facebook live chat. And then, we should probably talk about, last night, a big speech. A very long speech. President Joe Biden. It's like the State of the Union. I say like the State of the Union. We don't call it a State of the Union when it's a new president's first annual speech. We call it a speech to a joint session of Congress. But we'll come back to that. Let's see. Joining us in the Facebook live chat, Wayne Noel, who is a top fan all the way from Michigan. Wayne says, "Afternoon all." You too, Matt. Thank you. Brian Mackey, who is from the great state of Idaho, and, of course, a host of the No More Excuses podcast, No More Excuses with Tony and Bry. Brian joins us in the chat. Hello. Brian says, "Hey, Matt, is your couch you're giving away better than the one in the studio?" Yes, it is. I would say it is superior to the couch here in the studio. The couch here in the studio, longtime listeners might remember, it was a few years ago now, but it seems that, Peter White and I, we tried to give away that couch and didn't have any luck. We tried to auction it off, though. The couch and the lounger that currently exist in the living room of Jenny and I, we are giving away. All you have to do is come get them. So if you're in the Manchester, New Hampshire area, or even if you're not, but you just want to make the drive, bring a truck, come get the couch, come get the lounger. I'll help you carry them out. We need space. We need room. So there you go. Just like, we need breathing room, just like the Klingons told Captain Kirk in Star Trek, what was it? Star Trek 6, The Undiscovered Country? Little Trekkie reference for you there, for you Trekkers. Let's see. Mike Palapita joins us in the Facebook live chat. Mike, of course, from another one of our wonderful sponsors here at WMNH 95.3 FM, Queen City Cabinetry in the historic Sunbeam Mall. And Mike, a big supporter of the station and all the shows here. Hello. Let's see. Our friend Gonzo joins us in the Facebook live chat. Hello, Gonzo. He says, I heard this week's report, and it is actually amazing. So good. Wow, it sounds like Gonzo got a little bit of a sneak peek, if you will, of this week's entertainment report. DJ Midas, John Midas Manning, is a top fan, and he is in the chat room. Midas, of course, part of the WMNH family, the host of Late Night Delight, which you can hear every Saturday night from 12 midnight to 4 a.m. with a replay on Sunday night if you miss it. And Midas says, hey, Matt. Midas, of course, also produced the wonderful song Eggman for Eazy-G. Perhaps we'll give that a listen later. Shannon McGuire is in the chat room. Shannon says, hello, everyone. Oh, Rob Dion just waved at me through the door. I'm pretty sure that was Rob. I only caught a glimpse. It looked like Rob. He had a mask on. Everybody's wearing masks. I don't know if you all are hip to this. It's the new thing. Everybody's wearing masks now. Yeah, actually, no, everyone is not, which has been part of the problem. But let's see. Rocky Huber is in the chat room. Rocky says, Matt caught Christian reading those magazines on his couch, and he has to get new ones now. LMAO. New magazines? Well, they only go so far. I'll tell you what, though, those magazines, I did peek, and some of those women, they were scantily clad. Very, very distressing. Let's see. What should we do first? Like I said, Eazy-G will be Skyping in at 4:30 p.m., so maybe we won't. I'll tell you what we're going to do in the second hour of the show. We'll probably save Biden's address to Congress. The meat of the matter we'll probably save for the second hour, because I have some fact checking. I love fact checking whenever somebody gives a big speech. I've got factcheck.org. I've got PolitiFact, and we will analyze the president's speech a little bit. President Biden is a professional politician, which means, as one would expect, he will tell some fibs when he gives a speech. And, I voted for Joe Biden, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to hold him accountable. I'm not, some partisan ideologue who just, Mike Doyle might think differently, but I think Mike's going to be on the morning show tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. But I believe in holding everybody accountable. And I feel, and this is probably a pretty unique perspective, but my belief is that in a truly healthy political culture, you should, if you support a particular candidate, if you vote for them, you should be the first to want to hold them accountable when either they do things that maybe you don't approve of, or they lie. So just as we would with President Trump, of course, with President Trump, because he, has a very loose relationship with the truth. Fact checking would be much more time consuming. Not everything Joe Biden said, of course, in his address to Congress last night was on the up and up. So we will dive into that. But like I said, we'll probably do that later in the program, because I don't want to get into that now, because we're not going to have time, because Eazy-G is going to be Skyping in. Brian Mackey says, bring your couch to the studio if no one claims it. No, Brian, that's not the idea. We just want to get rid of it. We want someone to come and pick it up and take it away. And if no one does that, I'm probably going to go with, actually, I will ask Eric when he Skypes in, because Eazy-G was supposed to be taking the couch, but he may not be. I guess he may not have gotten the apartment he was trying to get. But, we won't be bringing the couch here, because we will not be bringing the couch anywhere. I'm not interested in bringing the couch anywhere. I'm interested in sending the couch, not bringing. Sending is very different from bringing. I shan't be bringing. I shall only be sending. So there you go. But if anyone wants it, come get it. I don't mean come here. I don't mean that couch. That's not mine to give away. I mean the couch in the living room. So, Couchgate, Eric Street says. Oh, boy, I'll tell you what. That could be a whole new scandal. That could be a scandal. That could be Eazy-G's newest scandal, right? He said he was going to take the couch. Now we don't know if he's taking the couch. Does that qualify as a scandal? He's got this other new scandal, Kylegate, we're calling it, because he upset Off the Mark sports host Kyle Heavey the other day. Rob Dion is in the chat room. Hello, Rob. Rob, of course, is part of the WMNH family, host of Through the Stage Door, one of the great shows here at the station, and the entertainment reporter on the morning show on Thursday mornings. He brings his keyboard in. They do Name That Tune, a very popular segment, and Rob does a great job. And, of course, the morning show, if you haven't checked that out, you're missing out. Weekday mornings from 7 to 9 a.m., hosted by Peter White and his co-host, Darryl Dion. Darryl will also be here later, of course, because it is Thursday. So we're immediately followed here at WMNH by the Weekly Dion, hosted by Ben Dion and his father, Darryl. So Darryl pulls double duty around here. Wayne Noel says Biden's speech received 4 Pinocchios. My goodness. Didn't Pinocchio, though, I mean, didn't he just want to be, wasn't he just a wooden boy who wanted to be human or something? I mean, you can't blame him for telling a fib now and then. Let's see. Dan Lavasser says, never buy a sleeper sofa. Well, no, you don't have to buy one, Dan, because we're giving one away. Did I mention that, by the way? It folds out, and it's barely used. I mean, it could use a cleaning. But it's neither the couch nor the and it is a sleeper sofa, a fold-out couch. Neither of them have really been used that much. They could use a cleaning, but there's no rips, there's no tears, which I guess is kind of the same thing, a rip and a tear. They're in excellent condition. Eric in the chat room says, no bed for me. Apartment is not happening, unfortunately, right now. Well, that's too bad. That is too bad. Sorry to hear that, Eric. My goodness. But yeah, so we'll get into the fact checking later. On a completely different subject, something we can look at quickly as we await Eric Skyping in. Reason.com posted this story. And I know this isn't, this is never on anyone's list of top 5 or probably even top 10 issues. This in and of itself, the civil asset forfeiture. But it is something that I feel passionately about in my opposition to it. Where the government gets to just take all your stuff without any due process on the mere suspicion that you might have done something. And, it relates to the war on drugs because oftentimes, someone might, there's been stories over the years of, the DEI flies a plane over somebody's property out west in one of the square-shaped states, like Idaho, for example. They see a pot plant on somebody's property, and next thing you know, they're seizing the house and the cars and the bank accounts and everything. And, there's a lot of problems with civil asset forfeiture, and it needs to go away. And I just saw this story. This popped up right before coming on the air today. Because some individual states are finally addressing this. The federal government has not. But there are individual states addressing it. The Arizona legislature passes a bill requiring convictions for asset forfeiture. If the governor signs the bill into law, Arizona will become the 4th state to effectively abolish civil asset forfeiture. So this is good news. The Arizona legislature passed a bill yesterday that would make the state the 4th in the country to require a criminal conviction before law enforcement can take property under civil asset forfeiture. By a vote of 29-1, the Arizona state passed House Bill 2810, which would require police and prosecutors to obtain a conviction in most civil forfeiture cases. And let me just pause there for a moment. So just so everyone's clear, the way civil asset forfeiture now works is they get to take your stuff, I think, really before you're even charged with anything, let alone convicted. You know, and they can seize all of your assets, and then, you know, you have to go to court. So then you've got to fight this case. Of course, you don't have any money to hire a lawyer because the government seized your bank accounts. So you're going to get stuck with a public defender. No disrespect intended to public defenders. You know, they have a hard job, but they're usually overworked and underpaid. And, you know, so you're not necessarily going to get the best defense. And then if you're convicted, you're probably going to go to prison. But if you are found not guilty, well, hey, all right, well, at least that ordeal's over, and now you're going to get back your stuff, right? No, actually, now you're not going to get back your stuff, even though you were acquitted, because, well, it turns out the government already divvied up among the various law enforcement agencies that were involved in your case. That money's been spent. And your property's already been divvied up, however that goes. And your only chance now of getting anything back from the government is to hire a lawyer, because you can sue the government to get your stuff back, which you have to do even though you've been acquitted. But how are you going to hire a lawyer? They took your money. You've got the same problem you have when you had to depend on a public defender who somehow managed to get you acquitted, but there is no public defender for suing the government to get your stuff back. So most people who go through this process of civil asset forfeiture, even when they're acquitted of whatever crime they were suspected of to begin with, they never get their stuff back. So the government just gets to ruin your life with no due process. Really, at will. And with no checks and balances. And that's why this has become an issue in some states. They're actually deliberately trying to curb this and to limit the power of government to do this. Okay, so getting back to this. So the bill passed the Arizona House in February, and it now heads to Republican Governor Doug Ducey's desk for his signature. Among other provisions, the legislation will also require the government to prove property was being used in connection to illegal activity, strengthen notice requirements when property is seized, and ban the use of roadside waivers that police used to get people to sign over their property. Under typical civil asset forfeiture laws, law enforcement can seize property suspected of being connected to criminal activity, even if the owner hasn't been charged or convicted of a crime. But Arizona is now on the verge of joining 3 other states, New Mexico, Nebraska, and North Carolina, that require criminal convictions before property can be forfeited. More than half of all states have passed some form of civil asset forfeiture reform over the past decade because of civil liberties concerns. Law enforcement groups argue that asset forfeiture helps disrupt drug trafficking and organized crime by targeting their ill-gotten proceeds. Again, end the drug war, and that goes away. But civil liberties advocates have been uncovering abusive cases of asset forfeiture for decades, with police seizing innocent people's property on the flimsiest of suspicions. Groups like the Institute for Justice, a libertarian-leaning public interest law firm, say there are too few process protections for property owners and too many perverse incentives for police, whose budgets often are padded with forfeiture revenues. No, Dan Levasseur, unfortunately, New Hampshire was not one of the states that has addressed this. Eazy-G, is that you?
Wow.
Super loud. Super loud?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm super loud. Did you ever think about that?
I can see my whole. I don't know how that happened, but I see my whole face in my whole self on the video. It's weird.
Well, for those watching online, if I position myself in just the right way, they can actually see you on the monitor over there. However, I will not remain positioned just the right way because I like to be over here.
Never seen that before.
But it's radio. It's theater of the mind, Eazy-G. Theater of the mind. Now, before we get into anything, do you want to address this latest scandal? We're calling it Kyle-gate. You have upset Kyle Heavey of Off the Mark Sports.
I really don't want to bring it up now.
And how do you upset Kyle? Kyle is such a nice guy.
I already apologized to him on his Facebook page and his Facebook post on his show, so I don't really want to talk about it.
Did he accept your apology?
Yeah, I already said I was sorry twice, so I don't think I need to say it again.
But did he accept?
He hasn't said anything, so.
Oh, I hope he's not holding the grudge.
Well, if he is, that's on him. I already reached out to him twice on his Facebook Messenger and the show.
You know how those sports talk radio guys are. I've heard once that Mike Francesa, he will hate you for decades if you do something that upsets him. It's just how these sports talk guys are.
I don't think that's the case. I think eventually he'll forget about it.
I hope so. I hope the ice will thaw. And what happened to the apartment? Why aren't you getting the apartment?
Oh, I decided to go somebody else. You know, it's like looking for work. You know, they hire somebody else.
I hope Kyle Heavey didn't sabotage you. That would be a whole new scandal.
But it's the first place I looked at. You know, what are the odds that you find the first place you look at it and you actually get it? So usually those odds don't happen. So next week, other places. There's other places out there besides that one place. So.
Rob Dion is asking, what did he do? But you don't want to discuss it, Eazy-G. I understand. Now, why are you moving? What's wrong with your present abode?
Well, I got a voucher from the Manchester Housing, so then if I find a new place, it'll be a lot cheaper than its old place.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's Rocky. It's called Kylegate. Yeah. So you'll be able to save money.
A lot of money, yes.
Oh, very nice.
It'll be my own place. I want to share with anybody. As far as the bathroom and the kitchen, it'll be my own bathroom, my own kitchen, my own mailbox.
Oh, Eric. Kyle Heavey, and this is 100% true. I'm not kidding. Kyle is in the chat room. And Kyle says, I'm an elephant, Eric. # never forget.
Oh, that's on him.
Oh, no.
Hey.
Oh, no.
I've done worse things on the radio before. So.
Oh, you sure have. You've had many scandals. I mean, it's difficult to keep track of your many public humiliations.
For the third time, I'm sorry for calling up and doing that. So this is my third time apologizing. So it goes back to Ron. Remember, Ron kept calling and apologizing for doing something he said foolish on the radio.
I do remember that. Yes.
It got ridiculous because he kept saying it over and over and over. So.
But the problem is he didn't do that to Kyle Heavey. Apparently, Kyle holds a grudge. Now, what would be nice is if Kyle would call in, and perhaps I'm a great mediator, Eazy-G. I'm a natural diplomat. I bet I could bring the two of you together again.
Oh, I've already forgotten about it. So if he wants to keep remembering, that's on him.
Reunited, it would feel so good.
Yeah, so I'd rather discuss other things.
Okay.
Fine.
All right. Well, all right. So are you going to apply for another apartment? Or do you keep applying? How does this work?
Next week, yeah. My friend of mine is going to help me out, drop me off, and yeah. So I'll be calling some new people up on Monday. So.
All right. Well, we still have that couch, and we'd love for you to take it. We want to get it out of there, so we're hoping you come over with your big hulking muscles and just pick it up and carry it out.
But it's all you can do is keep looking. It's like looking for work, you know. The same deal, you know.
Just got to keep looking.
One job, you got to keep looking.
You got to update that resume.
Right.
Yes, I understand.
I was hoping to get the place, but it didn't work. So
it didn't work. Do you get your deposit back at least?
No, of course not.
They keep your fee? Oh, that doesn't seem fair. You pay the $25 fee and they just get to keep it?
Yep.
That's worse than civil asset forfeiture.
That's the fun of looking for an apartment.
Oh, boy.
Well, it's only $25.
Yeah.
People tell me they can charge you more.
What if it was $30?
Yeah, well, like a buddy of mine always says, it's only money.
Nah. It's easy to say that until you don't have any, and then it's like, oh, yeah, kind of need some money.
I don't like it either, but hey, it's a fun of looking for a new place. So.
That's why you got to fight the power. You got to fight the power that be.
Yeah, I hate that song.
Why?
I'm just not a big fan of it.
Do you not like Flavor Flav? Some people find the big clock that he wears a bit off-putting.
I have to agree.
Personally, I like it because you can ask him at any time what time it is, and he'll be able to tell you. He just has to look down at his enormous clock.
Oh, boy.
Mm-hmm. I think it's nice.
Very interesting.
Now, I noticed, Eazy-G, so before we get to your entertainment report, you've been building this one up and saying this is your greatest entertainment report in the history of the galaxy, or something like that.
It's a pretty good one, so we'll wait and see when it's over.
What gives you this tremendous confidence? Did you put extra work into it?
Scumpy used to say, but I spent 3 hours on this game and I can't even get Peter White to give me a muffin. Remember that?
I do remember that. So are you hoping to present an especially good entertainment report so that Peter White will give you a muffin?
No, it's just funny how Scumpy said that a while back. And
I remember that vividly. Now, speaking of muffins, or perhaps in this case, cupcakes, I do want to thank you again, Eazy-G. Jenny and I enjoyed those delicious cupcakes from Queen City Cupcake. They were outstanding.
Oh, good. They're so tasty.
Oh, very tasty. And they're good size, too. We'll give them a little plug. They're good sized cupcakes. They don't skimp.
And we gave the other entertainment report, and Peter White and the Darryl some muffins this morning from the Briz Cafe, grilled just like the way they like it.
Grilled muffins?
For their unbirthday. Hey, by the way, the unbirthday, that's a real thing, by the way. I looked it up online, and it's a real thing. You did. You found it on the Wikipedia. Now, when is you have a real birthday coming up, correct? Yeah, 2 days, yeah. Wow. What day? Saturday. Oh. You're going to be the big, 72, 73? Oh, yeah. Oh, very good. Very good. Well, that's exciting, Eazy-G. Joe Biden thing last night, so I watched it on, overnight. I watched it on online. I listened to the whole thing. That was a long speech. Well, Donald Trump has been known to give longer ones, so. He gives long, Donald Trump gives, it was only an hour. It wasn't too bad. It's usually what they are. Usually they last about an hour. Donald Trump is like Springsteen. He likes to be up there for a long time. You know, he at those rallies that he would do, and I'm sure he'll do more in the future. He'd be up there for a really long time. You know, just Giuliani. He's in big trouble. Giuliani probably. Trump would like to say something about that, actually, the speeches at some point, if it plays. I stand up here giving speeches for an hour and a half, many times without notes. That's right. There was a rumor going around that he was going to run for president, but I think that rumor is over. I think he might very well be the nominee in 2024, the Republican nominee. Not Giuliani, he won't be. Oh, I thought you meant Trump. You know, I was talking to Giuliani. There was a rumor going around the other day that he was going to run for president. No. Giuliani's done. Yeah, he's Truth isn't truth. He might go to jail. He very well might. You know, 20 years ago, he was this revered. Well, he was before he was America's mayor. Of course, he was this revered U.S. prosecutor. Taking on the mob. Not that there is any such thing as the mafia. And I just want to throw that out there so, I don't, something doesn't happen to me. And he had the respect of law enforcement across the country. And now the tables have turned. Yep. So I'm ready to do my report whenever you want to hit the music. Wait. I got one more question for you. What about the Relay for Life? What's your current total? Oh, it's the same as it was last week, $1,841. And can we safely assume that's Kyle Heavey's fault? No, like I said, I don't want to discuss that anymore. Oh, I'm sorry. Eric, you'll have to forgive me. I have a head injury. I forget things. All right, very good. So now how do people donate to the Relay? If they want to donate, they actually go to your page right now, and they can find my Relay for Life post on the Matt Connarton Unleashed show. Yes. And they hit the donate button if they so choose. Yes, absolutely. And by the way, Shannon McGuire in the Facebook live chat says, I am on the edge of my seat for the entertainment report. Can you believe that, Eazy-G? Shannon McGuire
She's
Oh,
really
wow.
she's really looking forward to this.
We better get going then, I guess.
I guess so. All right, I'm going to hit the intro here, produced for us by the great DJ Midas.
He
Right.
was once a thug from around the way. Easy.
You want to know about stock market crashes, COVID-19, drive-bys, celebrity gossip? Eazy-G's got ya. Entertainment report style.
I'm easy. Cause ain't nothing but a G thing, baby.
Are you ready for start time?
Let's find out. Ready, set, go.
And by the way, do you agree with that, Eric? It ain't nothing but a G thing.
Yeah, sometimes.
Uh-huh. It's like
Sometimes.
this, it's like that, and like this, and
Yep. All right, well, today is April 29th, is the last entertainment report in April, obviously.
oh, the last entertainment report in April.
I'm going to dedicate it to the some longtime wrestlers, the DX guys, Shawn Michaels and Triple H.
Okay.
Why not, right?
Oh, very random.
And
But,
also,
but it always is.
local boys, they haven't done much touring lately because of COVID. Recycle Percussion. I call them the boys.
You called them the boys. Let's hear it for the boys. That was
Yeah,
a
19
song. Remember?
Believe it or not.
What? I'm sorry?
I've seen them 19 times.
19 times. Would you consider yourself a super fan?
Yeah, it's all been for free, too, because they saw them at the downtown for the Veterans Park, and I saw them obviously at the I saw him one time downtown. I mean, down by the River Fest years ago. And then I saw him at the when I used to work at the Palace Theater.
Uh-huh.
So God
So,
willing, they'll be coming back to the Palace Theater at the end of the year.
so every time you've seen them for free.
Yeah, unbelievably, yes.
Wow.
Oh, God.
All 19 times. You've never paid money to see them.
I used to work at the Palace Theater, so obviously if you work there, you can sign up for the shows.
Right. How long did you work there? How long at that job?
5-6 years.
Really?
Yeah, and then a couple times I got
Wow.
some free passes from the in-town Manchester.
Wow.
So thank you, Audrey. Yep. And oh yeah, speaking of winning stuff, last night on the Channel 23 local station here, the Progress Report,
Yes.
I won tickets to see the official cast for this coming season for a game to be announced. So that was exciting.
Wow. Very nice. Very nice.
Yep.
Now, Melanie La Liberty in the chat room says, he doesn't sound like he's in the mood for your shenanigans today. Is that true, Eazy-G? Are you not in the mood for my shenanigans?
Yeah, sometimes I'm not in the mood, yes.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah. I understand.
April 25th, the Talladega is in the back window, and Brad Keselowski was the winner. And of course, I completely forgot about the race, and I fell asleep once again.
What's his
It's
name?
funny. The last couple of weeks, I fell asleep to work the special radio. Did you hear about that story?
Oh, that sounds like breaking news.
The last thing.
You fell asleep during Retro Spectrum Radio.
Pauly C have some kind of a fall asleep kind of voice. And it's funny because I tried to listen to the replay the last 2 Mondays too, and I fell asleep too.
You know what I realized today, Eazy-G? Have you ever seen the show Suits on USA?
Never.
Meghan Markle, before she was a princess, she was on that show. There's a character on Suits. His name is Louis Litt, played by the great Rick Hoffman. And it occurred to me today that if Paul Cormier, better known as Pauly C., if he had gone to law school and become a lawyer, he would be Louis Litt.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, look him up. Look later, not right now, on the YouTube. Look up Suits, Louis Litt, and you'll see Pauly C.
It's coming Sunday, May 2nd, Bushy's McBush 400 at Kansas City
Bushy's
Speedway.
McBush?
Yeah, at 3 o'clock, and the following week is going to be Sunday, May 9th at 3:30 on Darlington Race, South Carolina, the Goodyear 400, and I believe that's on FS1 too.
I used
And
to
then,
know. By the way, I used to know an Irish actress named Bushy McBush, but she had a very specific type of film she would appear in.
Indianapolis 500, the 105th on May 30th. They're having it in the right month because last year they had it all mixed up because of COVID.
I know, right?
The preview races at noon on CBS Channel 4. And if you can't get enough racing that day, later on, Coca-Cola 600, the longest NASCAR race all season, usually a 5-hour race on Fox, May 30th at 6 o'clock at the Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Uh-huh. Now, Rocky Huber in the chat room says, wow, that was the surprise we get to hear about all 19 times he saw the boys, LOL. Was that intended as a big surprise, Eazy-G?
No.
Okay.
LaBelle Winery Mother's Day brunch buffet Sunday, May 9th at Amherst and Derry. Reserve your tables today. You call 603-672-9898.
A wine buffet? Is that what you said?
Yep. No, it's a buffet, a brunch buffet for Mother's Day.
Oh, a brunch buffet. I thought you said wine buffet. Oh, what's on my mind?
And last year, they didn't have a lot of these because of the COVID, but they're going wild this year. Northlands, Chester Fairgrounds, Swansea, New Hampshire. That's where April Cushman lives. Northland Lands.
You know where she lives?
She lives in Swansea. Yeah.
She lives in Swansea. All right. Have you been there?
No, a big farm. Yeah, Northlands Live.
Go hang out on the farm, milk some cows.
Yeah, there you go. So you got horses. Yep.
Yeah.
Twiddle.
Horses.
Milk.
You milk the horses.
Yep. Swith and Myers of Shinedown, Saturday, May 15th at 6:30. Pink Talking Fish plus Neighbor, Friday, May 21st at 6:30. Dinosaur Jr., Saturday, May 22nd at 6:30. And then goes Jake Owen, and opening act going to be April Cushman on Friday, May 28th at 6:30. And then Aaron Lewis on Saturday, May 29th at 6:30. And they have some other ones in June we'll talk about later. And then, the big Kentucky Derby this Saturday. And the Run for the Roses on the first Saturday of May. And I believe Mike Doyle is going to be
he's going to be running?
No, Mike Doyle, they didn't do it last year because of COVID, but
yes.
It's normal this year. We got all the names in a hat for the horses. And it'll have like prizes for first, second, and third. And it's really a pretty doggone popular show.
Mike Doyle's into the horse racing, I guess.
Oh, yeah, he's been down to see it live many times.
Will they be putting the names in a MAGA hat provided by Mr. Doyle?
Yeah, and then, of course, he'll pick them, and then Darryl Dragon will pick one, or Peter White will pick a name. So, callers, who you want to pick.
Now, Eazy-G, Rob Dion, the entertainment reporter on the morning show, he says in the chat room, I hope I don't lose my morning gig. I don't talk about NASCAR and WWE.
No, he does. He does what he likes to do, and I do what I like to do.
Right. You don't do Name That Tune.
True, I don't. I don't have those magical fingers.
You don't have the magical fingers. Rob Dion, known for his magical fingers.
I don't know how to play the piano and organ and all the things that he does.
You're a drummer, though. You
going
can
back to
play the drums.
Our Ferocious Fun, they can start their season next Tuesday. The first game versus the Sea Dogs, and then they'll be at home on May 11th versus the Somerset Yankees, a new team they're playing. Obviously, you're gonna have to wear a mask, social distance, and it's 50% capacity right now. And right now, they're selling tickets for the season of tickets for May. So you call 603-641-2005 for ticket information. They go to your local shops downtown. They have the pocket schedules available now.
Oh, by the way, Tom Blanchard in the chat room, Easy, says he's making a comparison. You falling asleep during Retro Spectrum Radio, it's like Ted Cruz falling asleep on Biden last night during his speech.
For a couple weeks in a row, I stayed awake. For the last 2 weeks, I fall asleep.
Oh.
What's the soothing voice of Pauly C?
You find Paul's voice soothing, do you? I know why, because at the end when he talks about, when that song plays and he's like, talks about drawing a bath and all that.
Oh, boy, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, another big event coming up starting tonight. We'll see what the Patriots do. I know you'll be very excited to hear the news of who the Patriots are going to pick for a player this season.
very excited to hear the news of who the Patriots pick for a player.
Series 1, round 1 tonight, and then tomorrow it's round 2 and 3, and then on May 1st, my birthday is 3, 4, 5, and 6. I really 7. They go really quick by then. You only have like 2 minutes to make your pick. And a lot of times those players don't even make the play any time. But of course, Tom Brady was a 199th pick 22 seasons ago, and he's still playing. So
Uh-huh.
a lot of people love this stuff. It's going to be in Cleveland tonight. It's going to be on ABC.
Dan Lavasser in the chat room is, I think, looking for some clarification on something about milking a racehorse. What's that about?
I have no idea.
Oh, I
Jackson,
thought you mentioned that.
And Patriots have number 15, so they might trade up. I guess the first couple of picks are going to be all quarterbacks. So we'll see what happens if they make it in the league or they don't. Sometimes they on the hype and then they make the NFL and they flop.
Bobby Champagne was asking about milking a bull, even though it's enjoyable for the bull. Maybe you could do that at April Cushman's farm.
Yeah, maybe.
Mary LeMay is in the chat room and says, "Hi, Matt, from all of us on Cruising with Mary."
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Yep. Oh, yeah. We already went by there. So
yeah,
all my scribbles here.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah, here we go.
If only you had a tablet to type everything into.
Coming up next month on May 30th.
Mm-hmm.
We switch the dates here of wrestling, AEW and WWE.
Uh-huh.
Double or Nothing. We'll see what happens on that.
Double or Nothing. That's an AEW
and of course,
pay-per-view.
WWE. I have the channel now. I have the what do you call that channel with the wrestling? What's that?
Peacock
channel now. Because I get the better box now, and all the channels now. A lot of them are HD now, and the volume is so much better with that new box.
For the first time ever, now this is a first in the history of the show, Shannon McGuire, other people have done this, but I think this is the first time Shannon McGuire has written something in the Facebook live chat that I think I can't read out loud on the air.
Oh.
I mean, I could, but it's risky. That's risky. That is funny, though.
All right. May 16th, watching this live on the Peacock Network at 8 o'clock, WWE WrestleMania Backlash, a new name for a pay-per-view. Now, see, they always show the names of these events. Of course, SummerSlam will still say the same.
Yes.
So I rewrote the whole thing. I just put the June date with a question mark and then pay-per-view question mark because they're always changing. I hate that.
I hate it, too. Now, Eazy-G, I need to tell you, Jenny and I did watch from WrestleMania. We did watch the match of The Fiend versus Randy Orton. We finally watched it. So
it wasn't much.
I'll tell you what, though, that effect with Alexa Bliss and the black stuff pouring out, which I guess is supposed to be blood, but it looked like she's melting or something. And then she betrays The Fiend. I couldn't believe it.
A match. I thought it was really dumb.
Couldn't believe it. She betrayed The Fiend and distracted him so that he lost the match. Shot through the heart, and she's to blame.
Yeah, there you go. If you're into the Red Sox, Celtics, and Bruins, the Red Sox are playing tonight in Seattle, and they're playing again tomorrow against Seattle, and then the Bruins are playing. The Bruins playing April 29th and Sabres, and then my birthday May 1st, and then the Bruins are playing. Oh, sorry, I get this mixed up. The Celtics are playing the Spurs on April 30th, and May 2nd they're playing the Trailblazers, and the Bruins are playing the Sabres on April 29th and May 1st.
Jenny is in the chat room. Jenny says she did not like the ending. It stunk.
It did. Well, apparently the WWE WrestleMania 37 is available on the Peacock, but I can't seem to figure out how to watch it. I watched the interview with Chris Jericho, almost the whole thing. That was really good.
Do you have the version that you have to pay for? Or do you
it's part of the package that I bought at Comcast.
Oh.
So I picked up some internet on the cable, and I was able to pick up the Peacocks. I don't know if it's the one. I don't think it's the one you can pay for. No, it's a free one.
The free version, you don't get the pay-per-view events. You need to upgrade. It's only $5 a month, but you'll need to upgrade to get WrestleMania.
Oh, that's okay. I'll just because I already pay enough for the cable.
No, you need to upgrade. Just do it. Do it.
Well, how do I do it?
I don't know. You just do it. Yeah, you just figure it out. You just do
You
it.
probably would have run on the
Just do it.
cable. He's probably gonna do it right on the box.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
$4.99 a month.
Yeah, there you do it. Just do it. Bobby Champagne in the chat room says, just do it. Just do it.
All right, that's only $5. I guess I'll try
Yeah,
to do that. Okay.
it's fun. Just do it. Just do it.
There isn't any new Amanda McCarthy dates, but you can go on our
Just do it.
Facebook and get some merchandise. You have CDs available and T-shirts and magnets. So let me see what I got here. I don't think I have any.
Just do it.
Oh yeah, I got some dates coming up here for May. She's playing on my birthday, May 1st.
Do it.
For the first time in Texas, Bill Burgers, Wings and Things in Burnett, Texas. And then she's going to play on the 404 Bar and Grill in Nashville on May 6th and May 4th. I'm sorry, May 12th and May 20th, the same place. And then May 27th in Nectar Urban Canopy in Nashville, Tennessee. And then she's playing May 9th at the Awakened Church in Smitherin, Tennessee on Mother's Day.
Smitherin?
May 11th at the Dawn House Saloon in Nashville, Tennessee.
Thought you were saying something else there for a second.
Nashville, Tennessee. Oh, I already got that one. A 404 Bar and Grill.
Are these Amanda? I'm sorry, I was only half listening. Are these Amanda McCarthy tour dates?
Right, with the same ones from last week.
Oh no, where is Scott Robinson? I didn't see Scott in the chat room.
She's playing May 14th at the Grove College in Nashville. She didn't add any more dates because she missed a couple of shows last week because she was under the weather.
Shannon McGuire says you can do it.
And she's never sick, so.
Shannon McGuire?
No, Amanda McCarthy. She's usually always healthy.
Oh, good.
Oh, yeah. Big news, too, here. This is breaking news right now.
Oh, it's breaking news, huh? Wow.
June 5th, finally. It's supposed to be in April and May, but I guess we delayed it until June 5th. Album release party for Long Haul. And, of course, Amanda McCarthy wrote the song, Long Haul. It's going to be in Keene at 7 o'clock at the Drew Baker's Loft.
Drew Baker's Loft?
That's what it says here. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's playing tonight at the Salisbury Sports Club place up in Salisbury in the beach area. And then she's playing tomorrow at April 30th at the Paso Loft in Milford. A new guy I never heard of, Adam Susi, is joining her tonight.
Adam Susi?
Yeah, and then she's got some dates up in Maine at the I can't even spell the place. It's I don't know how to say it. It's OGUNQUIT in Maine.
Too many consonants, not enough vowels. I have no idea.
She's playing there on July 5th, July 12th, July 26th, August, and then we'll get to that. These are all the dates. I'll just release them now and talk about it later. August 9th, 16th, 23rd, and 30th.
Uh-huh.
And it's a Thursday of June 17th, July 16th, August 19th. So it's a summer residence. And then
Eric, Rocky Huber in the chat room says, wow, this is an incredible report so far. I feel very entertained.
Well, there you go. And then she signed up for like about 35 dates for the next 3 months. I wrote them all down. It took me like an hour.
Oh, good.
And but I don't think any of them are. Oh yeah, we'll talk about a couple of them. May 1st on my birthday at Circle National Club at 7:30 in Manchester. I don't know if you know where that is.
Nope.
Oh, I did find out where it is.
I do know. It's in Manchester.
Right. And I might be checking this out May 8th at Foundry at 6 o'clock, right down the street from the studio.
Uh-huh.
And May 5th is the local Magician Row Freak Show. She's going down there to play one show in Nashville, Tennessee. And then May 6th, he's playing at Cheers in Concord. You ever heard of that place?
Yes, I've been there.
Oh, wow. May 7th, he's playing at the Boiler Bar Orange Mask at 7:30. Oh, yeah, May 1st is going to be at 7:30 at the National Circle Club, and then May 5th, the local Music Row.
Is this still Amanda McCarthy?
No, this is April Cushman.
Oh, April Cushman. Yes. Does she ever do shows at the farm?
Yeah, I don't think so. Right now,
May bulls while she plays.
Remember Stock Brewery at 6 o'clock.
Remember brewery?
The Big Daddy Joe in Plymouth And then, May 15th, the Goat here in Manchester. You ever heard of that place, the Goat?
The Goat?
The Goat restaurant?
I know there's a Goat at April Cushman's farm.
Mm-hmm. And May 16th, he's playing the Landmark Public House in Boston, Mass.
Actually, I don't know that. I'm assuming.
Okay. And I believe those are the May dates. He has a whole mess of, one more May date.
Probably milk
May
the Goat.
5:30 p.m. in the Murphy's Tap Room in Bedford. You ever been there, Peter? Not Peter. Have you ever been there?
How dare you?
You ever been there, Matt?
What time of day is it? Yes, I have been there.
And May 29th, he's playing the Eric Church, not the Eric Church that's coming down to the Snow Arena called Eric Effin Church. This is ERICK in Wyndham at 8 o'clock.
Wait a minute. There's another guy who calls himself Eric Church playing music?
ERICK. This is the name of the place he's playing called ERICK.
Oh.
Smutty Nose Saloon in New Hampshire at 5:30. And you can also go to her Facebook page. She finally has her shop open up, and you can get some mugs and some water mugs and some T-shirts and some sweatshirts. So that's good for her. And she's got a whole mess of other dates, but we're not going to mention them all now. It's about 35 dates. It's unbelievable.
Are any of them in Ohio? Tom Blanchard is asking, anything going on in Ohio? I'm going there in July.
It's giving me a headache, though, because she had them all crunched up, and I had to wear my glasses, and the dates were so small and the times.
Oh, I hate when the dates are so small and crunched up, and you got to wear your glasses, and you get a headache.
Did you really need to put them all on the same page because it's hard to read?
Can I make a suggestion, Eazy-G? I think you should ask Robert Dion for some advice. What do you do in a case like that?
Well, I had to put my glasses on. It took forever to write them all down, but I did it. So.
You did?
I did it for her. I did it all for her.
You did it all for her. Eric Street, Eric, you might find this helpful. Eric Street, who is a top fan in the chat room, he has the, would you like the residential number for Comcast so you can call them about Peacock?
I think I figured it out.
It's 800-266-2278. Is that helpful? I can repeat it.
All right, so I think you just go on the website and you just probably press a couple buttons, and then I'll figure that out.
Oh, he says they can probably help you upgrade.
All right, I'll figure that out.
I hope you wrote that down.
Yeah, I'll just call 1-800-COMCAST.
But
anyways, majestictheater.net, if Robert Dion is listening, you can make a donation, or you get a gift card. You can call the number there, or you go online, majestictheater.net, and they still have a few tickets left, apparently, for the May 2nd show. For the New Hampshire Ukuleles, I've seen them many times over the Bookery. Very good ensemble. And Friends at 3 o'clock, and you can get it virtually, too. And going on sale on my birthday is the next show, June 18th, at Steel Magnolias at 880 Page Street, and that's the same place in New Hampshire Ukuleles. In-person tickets and virtually. And I think they still might have some tickets for the summer camp. And if that's not the case, he could say something in the chat room.
Bobby Champagne says, this is borderline riveting. Wow, very nice. Tony Petrello in the chat says, I am driving and laughing my ass off at you, Matt. You are the entertainment to Eazy-G's report. Oh, that's very nice. I think Tony, you know what I think Tony is really saying, Eric? I think he's saying you and I make a great team. We're like Abbott and Costello or Heckle and Jekyll. We're a team, you and me, Eazy-G.
We'll be opening up in June.
We're opening in June, yes.
Yep, 668-5588, and make a donation, or you can get a gift card
at
Palestinian.org. And, here we go. The, here we go. We already talked about that stuff here, so I don't have to talk about it again. Music Hall.
Yeah, let's not revisit it.
Right here in New Hampshire, May 8th at 6 to 8 at the Angie Duvnock, Live Under the Arch Outdoor Show.
Nailed it.
Singer-songwriter.
Who is it? Angie Duvnock?
Oh, it's a weird name. Yeah, Saturday, May 22nd, 5:38. Rachel and Verray, Lake Street Dive Band.
Rachel and Verray?
Teams up with singer-guitarist and composer V-Ray for a jazz-infused night. Oh, nice jazz music at the Historic Theater.
Mm-hmm.
We already. Tulipville Drive-In, Saturday, May 30th. Movie. Last year's appearance by surf guitarist with a blues heart was a highlight with several special guests.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Very good.
And they have some shows coming up at the Palace Theater, but we'll get to those later because then until June. Where you can go tickets are on sale now, $10 a piece for the summer series, 10 a.m., 10:30 and 6:30, 50 minutes of show, and I don't believe that you're going to be able to meet the people in the show because of COVID.
Well, not with that attitude, they won't, mister.
One of the shows is Wizard of Oz in July. I'll maybe go and check that out. And, of course, the Rec Theater will be opening up.
There is no might. There is only do.
And, of course, the same rules go for the Majestic Theater and I don't know about the Majestic Theater, but I know the Palace Theater and the Rex Theater. I can't speak for the Rex. I mean, I can't speak for the Majestic Theater, but I know you got to wear the mask and you got to still social distance. I think they're only allowed 50% capacity.
Well, Rob Dion would be able to tell us more about that.
Right.
Yes.
And they got summer camp too at the Palace Theater. It's a little pricey. It's $4.99 for 2 weeks and $2.50 for the last week of camp. I don't know why it's so expensive.
It's not pricey if you love your children, Eazy-G. If you love your children, you want the best for them.
And I'll still have virtual classes in May for vocal coaching and other classes that are available to check out online. And they have some other shows coming up in June, so we'll talk about those later. And like I said, the Rec Theater will be opening up, and they have some shows coming up. We'll talk about that later because it's not till June.
Tony is asking, does Eazy-G know what's playing at the Milford Twin Drive-In this weekend? Do you have that information, Eric?
No, unfortunately.
Oh, Rob Dion says yes, masks and distancing at the Majestic.
Well, there you go.
Yes.
It's coming up real soon here. Sugar already went by.
I almost had to hit the dump button, Eric. Wow. Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
In a couple of months, the Pride Festival. It's a free event at Orange Park on June 13th at noon. I believe it's the same guys going to run it like they did 2 years ago. And they used to have that restaurant. They were on next to First Church there. I can't think of their names right now, but the two fellas are going to be probably running that again this season.
Two fellas running it.
I can't remember their names.
I can't either.
I'll have to get that information for next time.
I don't even know who you mean.
Oh, yeah, Katie Dobbins, too. She has a bunch of merchandise that's available on her Facebook page.
Mm-hmm.
And she also has this new idea called the Starlight Lounge, and you can join that up on her Facebook page.
What is that?
It's a thing you join, and it's all kind of donations. They get once a month. It's like $2, $5, $10, $25.
But what do you get?
Well, you get a special. When she goes on live on Facebook, you get a prize that she makes.
A prize?
Yeah, a prize. Yep.
Oh.
Her name's
Huh.
And she's going full time now in her music. So.
That's great. Good.
She's playing in Concord coming up, but we'll get that date later because it's not till August.
By the way, there's some speculation in the chat room, Eazy-G. People are trying to figure out, when is your birthday again?
Oh, this Saturday.
May 1st?
Yep.
And how old will you be?
53.
Wow.
Oh, and round it up here now, right coming around the corner, May 16th, Sunday, New Horizons is their biggest fundraiser. It's going to be virtually again, like last year. Walking Against Hunger, and at noontime, the biggest fundraiser all year. Support at fitnewhampshire.org. It's a 2021 walk for the information to sign up for that. And then, of course, some big shows coming up at Fenway Park. They couldn't have any last year because of COVID. They had 8 concerts coming up this summer. They rescheduled, like I said, from last year. And they're all later into the summer. So we'll get to that at a future date.
Very safe to be outside, out in the open air, and the new CDC guidelines suggest as much.
And that's the end of the report.
That's the end of the report. Now, question, I don't know if you can answer this. Bobby says, does anyone know when the last second shot is scheduled to be given? I'm thinking by the end of July, it will be safe to gather in groups again.
Yeah, something like that. I don't really know 100% all the 411 about the COVID. So.
Well, maybe you can.
Governor Sununu just had a meeting on the Channel 9 there, tells you what's going on with the COVID. Oh, yeah, one last thing. The farm market is our Mac Apples for the season, Sunday, April 25th. So that was just a couple days ago. And they now they have an ice cream stand opening on April 30th. So it's yeah, farm market closing for the season, but they still have the
Really?
back apple. Yeah, yeah. Over here in Londonderry at 250, 230. Yeah, sorry, I gotta get my glasses on again.
Yes,
sure people-
please.
Make sure people have the right address.
Yeah, that's important. We depend on you for accuracy and precision.
In Londonderry, you get more information at 603-432-3456.
3456. Is that a real number?
Something like that. So let's see if I can figure it out for the second week in a row, if I can sign off without having major problems here.
I'm just going to call Comcast and ask them.
Robert Dion showed me how to do it, so I'll see if I can figure it out here.
How to call Comcast? I thought that was Eric Street.
No, see if I can figure out how to sign off here. Oh, whoops.
Oh. Well. Wait, we gotta play you out. So that's the end of your report.
I hit the wrong button.
Oh no. Well, here we'll see if you're still there at the end.
Easy.
You want to know about stock market crashes, COVID-19, drive-bys, celebrity gossip? Eazy-G's got ya. Entertainment report style. That's why I'm easy.
Cause ain't nothing but a G thing, baby.
Are you ready for start time?
Let's find out. Ready, set, go.
Wow, another stellar entertainment report. Did you figure it out, Eric, or are you still there?
No,
No?
still there.
You're still there. Okay.
Oh god. Well, I guess I do it the rotten way. I'm just gonna shut the phone off.
Right. or you could do what you did that one time where you just gave up and left the room.
I'm shutting the phone off. There you go.
You're shutting the phone off. All right.
Here we go. Bye bye.
All right, here we go. All right.
I'm still on.
All right. Still on. Do you know how to shut the phone?
Still on.
You're still here. All right.
Phone.
Did you figure it out yet? I don't hear anything. Oh, I think he figured it out. Wait, what's going on? It says reconnecting. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with it. I'm just going to hang it up on our end. Okay, there we go. Wow, another exciting entertainment report. All right, let's take a break, and then we'll come back. We'll get into some stuff. We'll talk about Biden's speech last night, and we'll see what other shenanigans will ensue. We'll be right back. More Unleashed coming up. Don't go away. Welcome back, everybody. We are way in hour number 2, numero dos of Matt Connarton Unleashed, and we are live from the studios of WMNH 95.3 FM in downtown in downtown Manchester, New Hampshire. Also on Comcast 97 if you're in Manchester. Streaming at WMNHradio.org, and of course the Matt Connarton Unleashed Facebook page. And you can go to mattconnerton.com for all your streaming options and contact info and social media links and the full archive. And hello to our friends at Raw Talk Online. Today is, of course, Thursday, April 29th, 2021. And it is Thursday, which means it is trivia night at the Hop Knot in the Brady Sullivan at 1000 Elm Street, right across the street. They do have the wonderful terrace set up, although it's a little damp out today, a little moist, a little rainy and dreary. I'll tell you that it affects me too when it's like this. It really affects my energy level. Need a little extra caffeine. But anyway, of course, the Hop Knot, delicious gourmet pretzels. They have craft beer. They have wine. They have trivia Thursdays. Friday nights, they have live music. Sundays, they have the Sunday brunch. It's a wonderful, wonderful place. Great family that owns and operates it. And please say hello to Kenny and Trudy if you go there. And thank you all, of course, to the listeners for continuing to support our wonderful sponsor. We appreciate it. Of course, here at WMNH, we also have Queen City Cabinetry. Our friend Mike Pelopita, always in the chat rooms during the shows, big supporter of the shows and of the station. And the OG of WMNH sponsors, CGI Business Solutions. They've been here from the beginning. Let's see, Ben and Darryl Dion, I'm sure, will be popping in a little bit. They, of course, are coming up live at 6 p.m. here on WMNH with the weekly Dion. So they usually get here a little bit early and come in and chat. But if you'd like to get in with a call, you can. 603-250-6007 is the number. 603-250-6007. You can also text me at 617-917-4476. Tweet me at Matt Connarton, or send an email to matt@mattconnerton.com. So you do have a myriad of ways to interact. And, of course, you can do so in the Facebook live chat during the show. But the best thing, so we can hear your dulcet tones, is to give us a call, 603-250-6007. We should talk a little bit about, we're not going to have time to get into it as deeply as I'd like to, so we might have to save part of it for tomorrow, but some quick impressions about the president's speech last night, his address to a joint session of Congress, which is what you call it. You know, it's a State of the Union speech, but when it's a president's first such speech, we call it an address to the joint session of Congress because, you know, the idea being that it's not really fair to make a new president responsible for whatever the State of the Union is, you know, because it's supposed to be, in theory, it's sort of a report to Congress from the president on how the country is doing and how his or her in the future, how their presidency is going and so forth. But this is unique because typically it's no more than 5 weeks at most after a new president takes office that the State of the Union speech is given. But this one, you know, it's almost at the 100-day mark into the Biden presidency, which is highly unusual. But, you know, the president had his hands full with a lot, you know, with COVID, of course, being the preeminent issue of the day. And as I say, I think the administration's done a great job with it. You know, there are some other things that I'm deeply concerned about and dissatisfied with thus far. We got into some of that yesterday on the show when Jenny was here, talking about what appears to be a continuing and unabated drug war, which I really do think is at the nucleus of so many of our other problems here in the country, you know, and the border situation and so forth, which continues on. I don't think either of those were really addressed last night, unless I missed something. It was a very long speech. At least it seemed long. And I found myself, you know, I mean, I'm not someone with a short attention span, but I did find my mind wandering at various points. I have to be honest. There was a lot there, and just to kind of give you some quick impressions. And like I said, we might have to dig into the details tomorrow or next week if we don't get to it tomorrow, because I definitely do want to do that. But we're going to, you know, we only have so much time. But there was a lot there in terms of, I mean, look, Biden wants to be FDR, and there was a lot there in terms of what was proposed last night with social programs and spending. And it's very different from what we've seen, for example, when Bill Clinton gave his first speech, first State of the Union, but really his first address to a joint session of Congress. Bill Clinton was trying to be, at the time, a different kind of Democrat. they spent a lot of, Bill Clinton and Al Gore, I think, spent a lot of the campaign in 92 trying to sort of look like Republicans. You used to hear this term, new Democrats. We're new Democrats. We're not the tax and spend Democrats. We're new Democrats. And Bill Clinton actually, I think it was, I mean, it might have been a year later at the State of the Union, but I feel like it was his first speech to a joint session of Congress, where he said, "My fellow Americans, the era of big government is over." So a small government Democrat, which was pretty novel at the time, and I guess it would be pretty novel now. Then our next Democratic president, Barack Obama, when he came in, that was in the midst of, in a way, somewhat similar circumstances into which President Biden has come in, where you have the country reeling from an economic catastrophe. So you have to spend a lot of money. I mean, even a lot of Republicans, will agree. You have to, there's certain things that you have to do. For example, when Obama came in, we had to bail out the banks. I know a lot of people disagreed with that. I agree with it. We bailed out the auto industry. I know a lot of people disagreed with that. I have mixed feelings on that. The banks, though, I've no compunction about the need to do that. If you don't save your banks, I mean, too big to fail. It's a very frustrating concept, but it's real because if you don't bail out your banks, we ran the risk of ending up in another depression, let alone a terrible recession, which was dubbed the Great Recession. So we were going to spend a lot of money when Obama, at the beginning of the Obama presidency, regardless. And same thing with Biden, the American Rescue Package and, all this stimulus spending, which I think is necessary. And I think most Republicans think some degree of that is necessary too, to rescue the economy so that we can come back from the abyss, pull back from the cliff. As I've been saying, as I said from the beginning of this pandemic, we're all Keynesians now. In other words, you tend to have on the right, you tend to have supply side economics or trickle down economics, which is a phrase that the president used last night. And on the left, you have Keynesian economics, which is more, the government's got to spend more and be an active partner in the economy and a sort of a partner to capitalism, if you want to think of it that way. But what President Biden was presenting last night was spending money like we've never seen. And, this enormous infrastructure package and maybe including some things in the infrastructure package that may not have been previously thought of or considered to be infrastructure. And I have to tell you, from my perspective, I don't quite know how to feel about it all, because I have, and I'm very interested to hear, just like with the the discussion about qualified immunity, where it's like, okay, I see both sides of it, and I know we never really finished that discussion. We will come back to it. I promise you soon on the show. I don't know if we'll ever truly finish it, but we will come back to that because we kind of left that largely undiscussed. So many of these issues are so complex and, there's only so much time, but I feel like I have two competing impulses within me in terms of how to feel about this. On the one hand, there's a part of me that says, wow, that's a lot of money to spend. And there is a danger. There are some who would say, look, we've gotten away with it for this long. We can't get away with it forever in terms of just spending and spending and spending and never paying down the deficit or I should say never paying down the debt and never lowering the deficit, because the debt and the deficit are two different things. Sometimes people mix that up. Debt is what we owe. Deficit is the shortfall in the budget. How much more money do we spend than what we take in terms of tax revenue? So the deficit contributes to the debt, and the debt only increases And Bill Clinton, during his presidency, actually left us with a budget surplus. So the debt obviously continues to increase because that only goes in one direction, and it likely only ever will go in one direction, presumably. But the deficit, actually, he reversed it, and then W came in, and we went to war. And you take all the war and you put it on the credit card, don't even include it in the budget, and then Trump came in, and that's continued to. Then Trump comes in, we lower taxes. Well, we had Obama, spent a lot of money during Obama. Trump comes in, we actually lower taxes while continuing to spend massive money. So I think a lot of Republicans have given up on worrying about the debt. I mean, it's always situational for them anyway. Republicans are very concerned about the debt and deficits when a Democrat is in the White House. When a Republican is in the White House, they don't care. And, on the left, the Keynesians, the theory is, well, you just print more money and it doesn't matter. I'm not saying this. This is what they're saying. I'm undecided. I have a lot of conflicting feelings about all of this. So the Keynesians on the left, their perspective is spend as much as you need to because you can always print more money. You just have to be careful about how you go about it because you don't want to get to a point where you start, you trigger an increase in inflation, for example. So you can always print more money. You do have to be a little strategic about how you do it, and the Federal Reserve has to be very careful about interest rates, but there's a way to do it where you can, in theory, just print money indefinitely, and who cares about the debt? That, again, I'm not making that argument. I'm saying that's the argument that they make. And it's all theory. It's all economic theory. But, Republicans warn that eventually this will all catch up with us. But it's not only Republicans who think that, by the way. Cenk Uygur, for example, of the Young Turks, certainly a liberal, I've heard him say many times over the years that, this system is designed to eventually implode, to eventually collapse in on itself. We will, at some point, reach a point where we cannot accrue any more debt than we have and make this whole thing continue to work. It can't go like this forever, and it will collapse eventually. Hopefully not in our lifetimes, but it will collapse eventually. An actual collapse, not what we call a collapse now. Because we tend to use the word, when talking about the economy and the debt and all of it, we tend to use the word collapse a bit loosely. Like, I'm talking about an actual collapse where, you go to get money out of your bank one day, there's money in your bank, but you go to use your debit card at the ATM and you can't get anything out because there's just nothing there, even though there's supposed to be. Like a true economic global collapse. That has never happened. And hopefully it never does. But even Cenk Uygur says it will someday. This can't go on in perpetuity, just forever. So here's where my conflict is. On the one hand, I think, wow, these numbers are scary. What President Biden is proposing, it's a lot of money. Like, we're in numbers we've never seen. The other competing impulse that I have says, yeah, but what if it's all stuff that absolutely has to be done? Because there's something that gnaws at me. And it is the worry, the genuine worry I have about America getting left behind, about the United States being surpassed in a way that is irreversible by China and even by Russia, but especially China. And so, if we have to compete, maybe we do have to spend all this money. But we have a call. We'll grab this call, probably the last of the show today, and then we'll chat with Ben and Darryl Dion, who have come in. But we'll see who's on the line here. Hi, welcome to Matt Connarton Unleashed. Who's this?
Hi, is this the weekly Dion?
Oh, not quite. I know that voice. What's going
How are
on?
you, Matt?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing fine. You sound like you're a little upset today. Everything okay?
Yeah. Why?
I don't know. You're talking about the budget, and it's like you sound sad. Is the budget bringing you down?
Might bring all of us down eventually. I don't know. I'm a little concerned, but we'll see.
All right. Well, listen, I'm calling, just to break it up for a couple of seconds, and then I'll let you get back to the budget and the deficit and the differences.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Yeah, so you're my co-host on Retro Spectrum Radio.
Yes, indeed. Retro Spectrum Radio with Pauly C.
That's right, and love having you there. And this week, you and Dan and myself will be discussing sexual innuendo in music.
Ooh, wow. That's going to make me blush.
Yes, it's going to make you blush very much. I would suggest to our listeners out there to grab a box of tissues when tuning in Friday night at 7:30.
Oh, wow.
It'll make you laugh. It'll make you cry. And you'll need those tissues for when you cry.
Oh, right. That's what you meant. Got it.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Okay. All right. Very good. Well,
yes, we'll be playing 25 songs that include sexual references that people might not have been aware of.
Ah, all right.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. You know, I only within the last couple of years, and I'm not kidding when I say this is 100% true. I think it was 2 or 3 years ago, I heard it's that ZZ Top song. I think it's Gimme All Your Lovin'. There's a line in there when he says, if I blow my top, will you let it go to your head? And I finally, after all these decades, I finally got what that means. And I was like, oh my God, how did I not ever realize that before? Anyway, that's a true story. It finally came to me. No pun intended. Anyway. All right, Paul.
Oh.
Well, we look forward to that. Friday night. Very good.
Yes, Friday night, sexual innuendo, featuring Darryl Dion. Thank you.
All right. I didn't know Darryl was going to be there. Excellent. All right. Bye, Paul. All right. Very good.
He had to toss that in, didn't he? Oh, man.
Toss that in, huh? No pun intended. What's going on, Dions?
I mean, if he's on that show, I'm done. We're not.
Wow.
He's not coming back on the show.
Wow.
You know, I got to tell you, Matt, that's going to be a fun show for you guys.
Yes.
I mean, it can't help it. And I'm blushing as we speak.
Yes.
The thing is,
you do look red.
He wouldn't even understand half the innuendos.
Stop it.
He would be like, what?
Right.
Really?
Right. Well, back in his day, all the songs were nice, about.
There was no singing. There was just
going to get ice cream and
right.
stuff, right? Yeah.
Exactly.
Going to a sock hop or whatever,
man.
right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, very good. Well, what do you guys have coming up tonight?
Tonight we have on Neil Brown from the Shaskeen.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, looking forward to having him on. We booked him a while ago. We booked him right before we had started having no guests, so I'm glad we can have him rescheduled to come on the show.
Yeah.
Via Skype. And then in a few weeks, we'll have some in-studio guests. I got my second vaccination yesterday.
Excellent.
Went very smoothly.
Good.
Yep, no side effects today. Feel fine.
That's good.
Yeah.
Boy, I sure had.
Really?
Yeah, well, so with the first one, I got very tired 2 days later. With this one, I got very, very tired the same day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I slept a long time. Because I Monday morning, I had my second shot, and I was tired, but, I was okay. I came in, did the show and whatnot, and then I went home to lie down, and I think I slept for about 14 hours.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, and then the next morning I got up, and I said to Jenny, I was like, geez, I almost feel like I could lie back down. I was still tired, but not as tired, But then as the day wore on, I got my energy back and, not complaining, well worth it.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Everything went smoothly. It was actually a lot busier. I think it might have been the time of day we went. We went right noon area.
Oh, yeah.
But no, it went smoothly. And actually the National Guardsman that checked me in, I didn't tell you this actually, same last name.
Oh, no kidding.
Yep. She says it Dion.
Oh.
And her mom's birthday is the same as mine.
Cut it out.
That was really funny.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Huh.
Very ironic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, when did you get yours, Darryl? You got yours a while ago, right?
The last one was, Jeez.
April 1st.
April 1st. So
okay.
I'm fully, if for lack of a better term, do they call it immunized? After
yes.
a 2-week period.
After 2 weeks, yeah.
So and I felt great. No side effects whatsoever.
Nothing, huh?
No. It might be because I'm disturbingly old. I don't know. It's possible. It's possible.
Well, you got it early because you're disturbingly old, which is nice. You got in right away.
Yeah, you were at the front of the line.
Oh,
Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
right at the front.
Yes.
And the good news is we're going to start having in-studio guests basically the same time as you, Matt.
Yeah.
Which is and people, we all look forward to starting to do that nice and easy, and it's going to be so much fun having in studio.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
The interaction. I think we're all missing the interaction.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
That's the kind of, we're human beings. We need to interact with other human beings.
I mean, Skype is nice. It's convenient and whatnot. But, yeah, I prefer having,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Reach out and touch someone.
Right.
No,
right.
keep your distance.
I almost said smack.
Jesus, bro.
By the way, Eazy-G has a new nemesis there, Kyle Heavey. I don't know if you.
That's his nemesis?
I heard the story. I heard the story.
Kyle was in the chat room today, and he apparently has not forgiven Eazy-G. So
that's gonna be very interesting because guess who we have on next week?
Who?
Kyle Heavey.
Oh,
I think we should just let him rant again.
Yeah.
About Eazy-G? No one wants to hear that.
I don't think it would take much to spark it, though.
Right.
The gist of the story I got was that, and you know what? I kind of get it in a very radio kind of way. For him to come on the radio and ask for donations while Kyle is on the air.
Right.
I mean, really, it's a sports show. You want to come on the radio and talk sports? Knock yourself out.
Right.
But it's not a show that he comes on and solicits donations for his, ongoing, situation.
Yeah, for the relay.
For the relay.
If he calls into the show about that, I'm hanging up.
Do it.
Really?
Hanging up. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. You guys are hardcore.
I don't think he would do that. I think he understands the show.
Not now, especially.
Not now.
I mean, you can try, Eric.
We know
I
he's
can't guarantee
listening.
you're going to stay on the air.
Really.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty funny, though. I heard the replay of when Kyle went nuts on him.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to start to wrap up so I can save and clean up and wipe down because we are still definitely in this pandemic. But glad you guys have had your shots. That's great as we move forward. And thank you to Eazy-G for I don't know if you guys heard his entertainment report, but he said it was going to be his best one ever. And
was it?
I don't know. It was up there. It was up there
where?
A lot of information.
Really? Current?
I don't know. It was hard to follow.
That's the problem.
Really, it's hard to parson it out, based on the fact that it keeps on going back to the future.
And my mind wanders a lot, so I don't really hear most of it. So I don't know. I couldn't tell you. But, I'm sure it was great. Yeah.
And you actually listened to it.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Does anyone actually really listen to it, though?
Nah. He hashes over old stuff and how's things in Tennessee or wherever whatever's happening.
Well,
out there.
That's where Amanda McCarthy is.
Yes, it is.
No, but actually, everybody in the chat room was really enjoying it. So
good.
We love Eazy-G.
Absolutely.
As I always say, all the ball breaking, it's all done with love.
Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely. All right, very good. So we will wrap up. If you missed any part of this show, I will be up in just a little bit at WMNHradio.org. And stick around. The weekly Dion with these fine gentlemen is coming up next at 6 p.m. And that is it for me for now. I will talk at y'all a little bit later. Bye, everybody.